Right. So, welcome to September 24's um, For Me series. Today's session is Fall Harvest, and it's presented by Adrianne Eager. If you've been able to join us for any of Adrianne's meditation sessions in the past, you already know how inspiring, motivational, and rejuvenating both Adrienne and the sessions are. If you haven't had the chance to catch one of Adrianne's sessions, we are happy that you were able to join us today as Adrianne focuses on the abundance around us and resetting our minds with calmness and serenity, helping us celebrate all the gifts of the harvest season. Adrianne is a wellness professional with a passion for helping others find balance and achieving their full potential. Adrianne understands what it is to overcome obstacles and helps others do the same thing. Adrianne works on the KPMG Culture team and is a wellness ambassador. She also provides personal coaching and meditation facilitation. Boy, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Meditation facilitation. Relax and enjoy the fall harvest. Take it away, Adrianne.
Thank you, Judy. And welcome, 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 everyone. It is just bringing such a big smile to my face. I see that more and more people are rolling in. So, welcome, friends. Um, Everyone that joined us last time, maybe you have a sense for what you're in for. I'm curious, maybe you joined us in spring for unlocking the superpowers of your mind through mindfulness. Maybe you joined us after busy season for spring cleaning of the mind. Maybe you joined us in the summer for the cooling summer rain mindfulness practice. Or maybe it's your first time here. I'm curious if we have any first timers or folks who attended previous sessions. If you feel so called to, feel free to put that in the chat. But if you're old friend or new, we're just so happy you're here. So let me be the first to say, if no one has told you this yet today, you are doing a good job taking this step to take care of your well-being in our society that prioritizes busyness and burnout almost as a badge of honor. Taking your self-care seriously is a powerful act. It really allows you to show up more whole, not just for yourself, but for your family, for your clients, for your colleagues, for your community, for your loved ones. So good job. Today, we are going to be doing a beautiful fall themed meditation. A little bit about our agenda today. We'll spend about 5 minutes up top, kind of teeing things up. I'll go into some background about what we'll focus on. Then the juicy part of it will be a 15-minute guided meditation. Depending your background, that might feel really long, or that might feel not quite long enough to really go deep enough. So I know we have all skill levels joining us today, and that's perfect. So this is just a little kind of lunchtime practice to reset, rejuvenate you. If you are more amateur or new to mindfulness and well-being, and that feels like a long length of time, don't worry about it. We'll guide you every step of the way. And then finally, at the end, we'll do 5 minutes of regrounding kind of takeaways. And I really have two goals for today. One is that, in the remaining half hour that we have on the line, that you feel refreshed, recharged within the next 30 minutes and feel powerful through the rest of your day. And two, that you maybe feel inspired and decide to commit to practicing one or more of the techniques that we dabble in our meditation going forward. This has all been about skill-based learning, kind of building that mindfulness toolbox, getting that resilience up. So we'll be sharing a lot of practical tips and things that you can use today going forward. So how today will work is that this is the gift of your own time. I really encourage folks to use the best productivity app on your phone and put that thing into airplane mode, shut off from all the distractions, give yourself this gift of 30 minutes that you prioritized to fully recharge and use this time. They say that just the sight of having a mobile device on your desktop or tabletop can increase the amount of distracting thoughts. So if you're someone who struggles with the kind of monkey mind interruptions, give it a try. Kind of, snuggle that thing away in the drawer. If you're in your home office and you feel so called, feel free to shut the door. Everyone has their camera off and has been muted, so you're really safe to just take a deep breath and we'll get into things. I'll just give a quick speaker's bio. So a little bit about me. My name is Adrianne Eager. I wasn't always quite such a grounded well-being and mindfulness professional. In fact, I want to paint a little bit of a picture for you. Back in 2019, I was your typical traveling consultant working every week on the client site, worked 50, 60, 70 plus hours, weeks, back to back to back to back. I was burnt out, experiencing a slew of depression symptoms. I would binge scroll on my phone and last moment possible to go to bed. And then the next morning, I would be exhausted and procrastinate until the very last moment to get out of bed. I felt that constant exhaustion, even on the weekends. And I felt like if I told anyone at work that I was struggling with these things, that, it would put me out of the running for that next level promotion that I was always chasing, and maybe even put a target on my back for, the next time that they had to come through and make staffing cuts. And so I was not dealing with those challenging emotions in really healthy ways. I felt like I didn't have the time or the energy to work out. And instead, I was finding ways to numb those challenging feelings by drinking on weeknights, overindulging on weekends. I would indulge in retail therapy and not even remember what I had bought by the time the Amazon box showed up the next day. Needless to say that I wasn't showing up how I wanted to for my community or my family or with my partner. And then when I found myself being short or snippy with them, it created a huge amount of judgment within me and shame around, why can't I just be a better person and, kind of bootstrap my way out of this. I felt really stuck and disconnected from my body and my purpose. And that idea of experiencing small moments of joy on a daily basis just felt so far from possible that it was an all-time low point for me in my life. I'm curious if anybody here today has experienced a low point in their life. Feel free to put a 1 in the chat if any what I just described resonates for you, maybe a season in the past, or maybe you're experiencing something like that now. I share all that to say, that it's possible through mindfulness to get back on the other side of it. I see some ones coming through in the chat. Carissa, yes. Mindy, definitely. Yeah. Well, welcome, friends. You're in the right place. Yeah, Catherine, I see you in the chat. I'll say 3 years of deliberate habit changes and mindset shifts later. Fast forward to 2024, getting my own coach. I feel deeply fulfilled at work, being my own coach and also now coaching others. So I've worked and consulted for KPMG both internally and externally. I'm part of the team that brings well-being programming to life at the firm. Outside of work, I'm a wife, I'm an open water swimmer, I'm a dog mom, and I'm a really passionate personal coach helping high achievers create clarity and custom success plans to implement their own 9 to Thrive routines. If after this session, you're interested to work one-on-one, I encourage you, please reach out. Let's get connected. And I'll just tie things up by saying I've had my own struggles with well-being in my life, burnout, anxiety, overwhelm. Sometimes these are daily things to manage for me, even now. When I was at my low point, one of the best things that I was able to do for myself was just tapping into basic resources, moving my body, fueling myself with nutritious food, and the practice that we'll actually be getting into today, guided imagery, visualization, and meditation. Okay, so let's get into things. We are in the season of the harvest, and that can mean many things. It can mean cooler temps, It can mean shorter days. It can mean ramping into the holiday season, pumpkin flavored everything. In today's mindfulness practice, it can also mean that it's time we look to see what we're bringing into our lives. This can be very physical things, or this can be things that are more emotional, mindset, or spiritual. What we can also work with is to ensure that we're not harvesting anything long term that we really shouldn't be. So just food for thought for you to play with as we get into this exploratory meditation is, maybe there's something that you should have cut out in your life, and we really don't want to bring that home to the barn, so to speak. So, I want you to be thinking about what you're harvesting this season, being really conscious and intentionally looking at what you're bringing in for the winter. So with that out of the way, let's meditate. A few tips for a successful session and how to set yourself up for success. So I invite you to find a comfortable seated position, either on a chair or on the floor, with your back straight, feet flat on the ground. Something I love to do, if your space allows for it, is to just lay flat on my back. And even maybe you're feeling the coziness of fall, bring that blanket right across the chest. That can feel very comforting. I encourage you to close your eyes, soften your gaze, and take a few deep breaths to settle into the present moment. Let's take the first one together. So exhale all your air out. Let's inhale in through our nose for 4. Hold at the top for 3. And exhale out the mouth with a sigh for 6. Feel free to continue just that slow, steady, easy breath. It can feel very cleansing to let out an audible sigh. Everyone's mic has been muted. Feel free to take up as much space or make noise as you need. I'm going to put some music on. Now that we've established a state of relaxation, let's deepen our meditation using a visualization. The image we'll be working with today is that of a gourd or a pumpkin, maybe a bountiful basket, a cornucopia. These are images of abundance. I want you to think back to a time, maybe even when you were a child, experiencing the joy of fall, carving into a pumpkin, maybe to make a jack-o'-lantern to set on your front porch. All the joy, the wonder, the curiosity. What's inside there for us to discover today? When we break open a gourd or a pumpkin, there's a constellation of seeds and strings, this beautiful interconnected web. Maybe it's a little sticky, a little slimy. It's a secret world all in there for us to explore. I want you to keep this image in mind as we explore what's really here for you in your harvest today. Just keep breathing. Feel the support from your chair or from the ground. You are held. In this harvest visualization, we'll be doing a 4-step process. It's simple, it's fun. You can follow along with your eyes closed, just with my voice. The harvest season is a really special and particular time of year to look at what we're bringing in from the field that is our broader surroundings, our broader consciousness, into our life, into the barn for winter. These could be material things like the right house or a promotion. It could be spiritual or emotional things like ease, fulfillment, or space. To make room for all of the beautiful things in our harvest, you may also need to identify things that you are about to bring in that maybe you shouldn't, like guilt, judgment, or worry. Just stay right there with your breath. We'll start the first step of this fall harvest visualization by considering the question, what am I currently harvesting that may be incorrect for my upcoming winter season? Just listen. You may hear a number, you may hear specific things. These are things you don't want, maybe the feeling of anxiety or overscheduling or being rejected. What am I currently harvesting that's incorrect for my upcoming season? This is our purge step. We're creating space for the new by taking out what is not needed. As you identify those things, feel free to take a big breath in through the nose, and we'll just let those things go with a cleansing sigh out. The easiest spring cleaning that you ever did. We are letting those things go. Great job. We're on to step 2. Just stay right there, eyes closed, steady breath. Question 2. How many correct things is it time for me to harvest that I have not gathered yet? Again, this could be physical things like the right vehicle, a new car, or it could be more spiritual, emotional things like love, family, spaciousness. Just identify what's here for you to harvest. This is, of course, a season of abundance, so it can be many, many things. Maybe you feel the corners of your mouth pulling up slightly as you consider all of the things in your bountiful basket. I hope it's overflowing for you. Just letting all that gratitude really seal it in. We'll work with question 3 now. As we think about that overflowing basket, maybe some things have actually even fallen out or spilling down onto the floor. Has anything been lost or stolen that is actually part of your harvest? Let's just scrape the cookie bowl here. Is there anything else? Maybe this is, time for simple pleasures, sipping your coffee in the morning. Maybe this is that strong priority set that you started the year with that's maybe fizzled a little bit. Just checking. Is there anything that is lost that you want to bring back and recover as part of your harvest? Just bringing that all in with forgiveness and gratitude. Something I love to work with is it's not just mindfulness, but remindfulness, the act of beginning again. Steady breath. And then finally, our last step here. Is there any sort of festival, celebration, or rite to celebrate? Could be a little moment, big or small. Of course, fall is a season of gathering, celebrating, homecoming. Celebrations can be strategic because they mark patterns in behavior that we want to cement and reiterate. Maybe you're just celebrating an easeful transition of seasons. We have our full harvest basket now in front of us. We've purged, we've picked, we've recovered, and we're celebrating. We're going to close things out with a progressive body relaxation technique. So I want you to, if your eyes have opened, just flutter them shut again. Really ease back into your chair. And imagine a warm golden honey, liquid light just pouring from the top of your crown, relaxing your forehead, relaxing your brows, relaxing your cheeks, jaws, and neck. This golden light is just filling you all the way up from top to bottom with warmth, with gratitude. You feel it pouring down over your shoulders. Relax the shoulders, relaxing the upper arms, lower arms, all the way to the fingers. It tingles a little bit to feel all that warmth, golden light pouring in. It's pouring down across your chest. Maybe you can breathe even more deeply. Bring the shoulders back. Down the torso, into the belly. That warm golden light just pouring down. Feeling so much gratitude for all that is here in your harvest. You feel the warm golden light pouring down past your hips, your thighs, filling up your knees, your shins, your ankles, all the way to your toes. Just filled with this warm golden light of gratitude, energy, appreciation. Just take a few more moments here, soaking in this whole body. These are our final moments. Just spend one more moment of gratitude here for all the work you just did, your body, your nervous system, your clients, your colleagues, your families. They are all thanking you. When you're ready, you can slowly begin to bring your awareness back into the room. No rush. Gently open your eyes, return to the present moment. Feel free to stretch, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and smile. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope everyone experienced a bountiful harvest. I'll close out with just saying that this technique is in your arsenal now. You can use any of what we talked about anytime you want. Purging, celebrating, recovering, that progressive body relaxation using the warm light and gratitude. I like to use this fall harvest visualization every year. It's a great way to stay in touch with the changing seasons. You can use it all throughout your season to prime yourself to be at your best and switch into that gratitude and self-compassion. Remember that your harvest will look different day to day, season to season. And I'll just close out by saying thank you, and an extreme heartfelt thank you to the COCPA team, Stacy, Jim, Judy. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a joy this season. Of course, if anyone's interested in learning more about one-on-one coaching, type coach into the chat. I'll connect with you afterwards. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn and look for upcoming For Me meditation series coming up in the future. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Adrianne. It was so nice to relax and enjoy meditating with you, and getting that full sense of the abundance of fall, and filling up our basket. So we have so enjoyed it. Um, Reach out if you would like to um, get in some coaching, some meditation with Adrianne. We will be planning our For Me and See Me series for 2025. I'm sure we'll be seeing Adrianne again. Um, Anybody else that would like to ask Adrianne any questions or have any comments, please feel free. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this nice lunchtime meditation, and I hope you'll join us in October for Hispanic Awareness. Is that what we're calling it? I know it has a much, much, much more formal title, but that's what we'll be tackling for October. And hopefully, we will have a special uplifting presentation for December. Otherwise, again, thank you, Adrianne. It was wonderful.
Yes, thank you all. I just want to acknowledge some beautiful messages coming through in the chat. I see you, Mindy. Thank you. And Carissa, I love that that was your first time meditating. How exciting. I hope you enjoyed it. This is, one thing that I love, love, love to do. It's so helpful. I feel like it grounds me in the season. It's been so fun to partner with this team. So hope to see you again. Hope to see everyone again. Thank you.